Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Mario Quintero here with the One Stop Shop for our weekly webcast here regarding different topics on real estate, mortgage, and the industry. And today we have a unique topic, which we're going to try to give you as much information as possible, especially with so many people looking to buy investment property. They want to buy a condo, maybe by the beach. And this topic today is about condo hotels. Condo hotels. That's exactly what it is. It's a condominium building, and inside the condominium building, it is managed like a full-service hotel. So it's a really neat concept that's been around a long time, and it's primarily beachfront. So we have them here on the East Coast, and we also have them on the West Coast. And there may be some units down in the Keys. I'm not really sure, but usually they're located where there's a resort type of situation. So what happens is these units are purchased like you would purchase a condominium. The difference is that usually they require approximately 40% down payment versus the traditional 25% down payment of a condominium. And there's different rules for these type of units because of the fact that they are run by a hotel and they're used by the owners. And one of the great things about this, that as an owner of a condo hotel unit, you can use the unit as many nights out of the year as you want, as many weekends out of the year that you want, or you could use it for blocks of time that you would like to use it. Now, when you're not using it as the owner, you sign an agreement with the hotel where they're going to rent the unit out while you're not using the unit. And basically they collect the per nightly fee during the year. If it's high season, which in Florida is usually January through April, and lower season during the summer months, and even lower from the fall into December because of the holidays. So there's really 3 seasons in the hotel industry here in Florida. So when you're not using it, the hotel uses your unit like a turnkey type of situation. If there's a maintenance issue, they take care of it. If there's housekeeping that needs to be done, they take care of it. And at the end of the month, you receive a printout of how many nights for the month the unit was rented, the gross revenue that the rents produced, and normally you'll receive approximately 30 to 40, maybe up to 45%, depending on the agreement that you sign with the hotel, of that collected rent for the month. And at the end of the month, they email you the summary, and then they wire the money into your account. Okay, so that's the part of it being an investment versus you using the unit by yourself or with your family or family and friends. Every time that you go to use it, obviously there's no rental income coming in, but by the same token, you're not paying a fee for the use of that night. So if you're using the unit, let's say, I don't know, 40 times a year, based on weekends and long weekends and things like that, my suggestion would be that during holiday seasons that you let the hotel rent it out, because that's where they're going to get premium rent. And since you get a part of that return, I would not go to one of these condo hotels during Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day. I would stay away from them during those times in the summer. I would definitely stay away from them from January through the end of April, and try to collect as much of that investment return as you possibly can. Now, the majority of these types of locations have, like I said, a turnkey agreement, And one of the things that they're transitioning in is to go to a 5-year turnkey agreement because of the situation that has been created by, let's say, Airbnb and some of these nightly rentals. In some cases, you can do Airbnb if the condominium docs allows for it to happen. However, if you do an Airbnb situation in one of these condo hotels, then you're responsible for collecting the rent, you're responsible for the maintenance, you're responsible for the maid service. It no longer becomes a turnkey situation because then you are managing the situation, you are renting out the rooms at the price that you determine, and the only thing is that you need to be competitive with the rates of the hotel. I don't recommend it because really you're looking for a turnkey situation if you're going to look at something like this. So if you have any questions about what we're talking about today, feel free to give me a call. In the office is 305-598-1600 or my cell, 305-588-0451. So we talked about earlier that there's approximately 40% down payment on the unit. You're going to end up having a monthly mortgage. You're going to have to pay the HOA fees, whatever they are, either monthly or quarterly. You will have to pay the taxes on that property since you're the owner, and you'll pay that directly to the county once a year. And depending on how much you finance this condo hotel unit, the lender might require you to insure the inside walls of the unit, and that is called an HO6 policy. Usually runs about $700 to $900 a year, and it's usually paid annually, so you don't have a monthly payment on that. So once again, one of the great things about this concept is that you can use the unit as often or as little as you desire. But it's great because a lot of these units are right on the beach. They have pools, they have all the amenities, and anything that you consume during your stay gets billed to your room. You take care of it when you check out, and you don't pay a nightly rate because you're the owner of the unit. Usually valet parking is free for the owners, and it's a pretty good setup. So once again, in recapping, the monthly income for this type of concept is usually 30 to 40% return on the monthly rental that is collected. And again, the hotel or the association of the condominium usually sends you an email every month with a total summary, and then you can check your bank account and the funds will be there during the first week of the following month. The number of nights that the hotel will rent your unit will differ from location to location, and usually it's a minimum around 15 nights out of the month, and it can go to as high as the whole month, especially during the peak season, which is January through April. So once again, all of these things would need to be investigated prior to making an offer. An analysis will be done, and I usually recommend doing an analysis of at least 2.5 to 3 years so that you have a good picture of the revenue that you can anticipate to offset your monthly payments of mortgage, interest, HOA, and taxes. So once again, if you have any questions about the condo hotel concept, where maybe you were looking for a condo, but you also wanted some investment income, this is a really great option that can be looked into. And if you have any questions, or anybody you know might have any questions on this concept, feel free to give me a call here in the office at 305-598-1600, or give me a call on my cell at 305-588-0451. Thanks for listening in today. Have a wonderful weekend. And if you think that this video can assist one of your family or friends, feel free to share it with them. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you very much.